Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 5:30 News on KPAX, Montana's news leader.
Good evening, I'm Jill Valley.
And I'm Dennis Bragg. The Missoula County Attorney's Office enters a petition to revoke former UM football player Beau Donaldson's suspended sentence because prosecutors say he violated his parole repeatedly while he was living in Bozeman.
Donaldson was sentenced in 2013 after pleading guilty to rape charges. He was sent to prison for 30 years, with 20 of those suspended. MTN's Augusta McDonald joined us live in the studio with more on the story. Augusta.
Thanks, Jill. Dennis, Donaldson was released after 3 years and placed on parole in Bozeman in 2016. Probation and parole officials reported to Missoula County Prosecutor Kirsten Papps that Donaldson spent several days in the Gallatin County Jail in late July after he admitted to spending time in bars and drinking the week prior. More information about additional parole violations came forward while Donaldson was in jail during that time. He was accused of traveling out of state and consuming more alcohol, as well as using social media accounts. He admitted to these accusations and turned over his smartphone. In late August, Donaldson admitted to entering bars and taking prescription drugs without a prescription, and more social media activity on his part, specifically Instagram, was discovered, and he was again taken to jail, this time for a week. In court documents, County Attorney Kirsten Papps says that the Department of Corrections has exhausted their incentives and intervention protocols, and that his behavior shows that he will not be responsive to further parole enforcement. Back to you.
Thank you, Augusta. Beau Donaldson's rape case had received additional publicity because it came at a time when the University of Montana was under scrutiny for sexual assault crimes. Lincoln County authorities are investigating the deaths of an elderly couple who were found dead in a car near Troy.
Lincoln County Sheriff Robbie Bowe says the couple from Aberdeen, Washington were reported missing in August. They're identified as 7-year-old Bruce Hulsman and 71-year-old Carol Jean Bruce. They'd initially been reported missing by a family member after they indicated their intentions to commit suicide together in a Facebook post. Using credit card data, a detective from Aberdeen tracked their movements to the Libby area. A city police officer spoke to the couple on August 11th at a local motel, but reported the couple was in good health and denied plans to commit suicide to the officer. But a few days later, a family member received a letter from Bruce indicating she and Hulsman decided to commit suicide and hide themselves in the most remote woods they could find. Well, the couple's vehicle was discovered by an area resident Monday off of Forest Service Road outside of Troy. 2 deputies from the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office determined the couple's completed suicide. The incident remains under investigation.
Congressman Greg Gianforte's mugshot has finally been released. Gallatin County District Court Judge Holly Brown issued the order today with no objection from Gianforte or County Attorney Marty Lambert. Mugshots are not normally released in Gallatin County as they are considered confidential criminal justice information. Gianforte pled guilty to assaulting Guardian reporter Ben Jacobs the night before the special election. Judge Rick West ordered Gianforte to take a mugshot and be fingerprinted the day of his hearing, but Gianforte's defense objected. In late August, Judge West ordered Gianforte to be booked into the Gallatin County Detention Center. The other part of his sentence was $385 in fines, 40 hours of community service, and 20 hours of anger management. Gianforte completed his community service at Rock Wheels, a Bozeman nonprofit that makes wheelchairs for developing countries. Switching now to weather, Mother Nature turned on us today after a couple of days of beautiful weather. Now we have a winter weather advisory to talk about. For more, let's take it over to Chief Meteorologist Erin Yost and her first forecast.
And you know, this might not be the only one we see here in the next couple of days. Snow levels look like they're going to be pretty low here for the next couple of days, down to around 3,000 or 4,000 feet, which could bring some very light accumulation to some of our valleys of western Montana. Hamilton today, our First Security Bank iCam showing you those gray skies. We've seen our cold front plow through. That's now pushing into the central part of the Treasure State. Obviously a little quieter behind it, although breezy conditions are being felt at times. Here's a look at where those winter weather advisories are in place. They begin at midnight tonight, will last through noon tomorrow for elevations above 4,000 feet. I've got more details coming up in your full forecast.
Other local news tonight, the Missoula City Council starting a search for its next appointee, hoping to fill a vacancy just a year after the seat last became open. Ruth Ann Swaney had been appointed to the Ward 2 position in January after former Councilman Harlan Wells resigned to take a job in Helena. Swaney's appointment was seen as historic because she was the first Native American woman to ever serve on the Missoula City Council, but now Swaney has now resigned to return home to her native North Dakota to work as an educator with a number of tribes. Because the resignation comes so close close to Election Day, it's too soon to take Swaney's name off the ballot or for someone to run as a write-in candidate, so the city will take applications now with plans to appoint someone to fill the seat for the remainder of the original term, which expires in January of 2020. Managers of Mountain Line are ready to formally kick off a new 3-year phase of the transit system's Zero Fare program, but they're also hoping to find more partners to help support and subsidize the effort, which has boosted Mountain Line ridership by 70%. Mountain Line launched into the Zero Fare effort as a pilot program to eliminate the fare box, encouraging more people to use public transit. Major partners like the University of Montana, the Downtown Missoula Association, and others helped to offset the lost revenue by offering subsidies. And the program has turned out to be an outstanding success, with all the major players signing on for another 3 years. But Mountain Line would also like to increase involvement in the program, so now they're launching a 40 for 40 campaign with a goal of finding a total of 40 partners in this, the transit system's 40th year. The campaign will be launched during a presentation at Southgate Mall, which is a Zero Fare sponsor, at noon on Friday. The original goal of Zero Fare was to boost ridership by 45%.
Well, thanks to your generosity, support continues to pour in for our Montana Wildfire Relief Fund. The grand total is now more than $448,000. This week, we officially entered the next phase of the application process, which is now open. Over the past month, a partnership between the Montana Television Network and the Montana Community Foundation has raised all that money thanks to contributions from across the country and here in Montana. Organizations, groups, and individuals who think they may qualify for some grant money are welcome to apply between now and November 10th. There's a panel of fire experts, the foundation representatives themselves, and MTN staff that will be reviewing the requests based on need and relevance. Donations are still being accepted. Information on how you can apply is posted on our website at kpax.com/wildfirefund.
Members of the Montana Air National Guard are on their way from Great Falls to help with relief efforts in Puerto Rico. 26 members of the 219th Red Horse Squadron will give aid to those affected by Hurricane Maria. Much of the island still without power 3 weeks after the storm hit. The heavy construction specialists will operate and maintain a similar system to a disaster relief bed down set near San Juan. That system offers shelter and services to emergency responders during a natural disaster.
We'll do an initial site survey of where we're going to set up our disaster relief bed down set, or DRBS. From there, we'll start setting that up, get initial capability, and then bed down the personnel that are going to be there, and then maintain the generators, the water purification unit, the latrine unit, the laundry, and the shave shower units as well.
This isn't the first time the 219th has deployed to help in natural disasters. 4 years ago, they traveled to Colorado to help build roads after the state experienced those massive floods. The 30-day mission was short notice, and it's all volunteer.
Tribal leaders, health specialists, and others from around the state are in Helena to talk about what can be done to address suicide among Montana's Native Americans. More than 75 people were there for the start of what's called the Zero Suicide Academy. Governor Steve Bullock opened the event by thanking them for their dedication to dealing with this issue. The program is a major component of a statewide plan to reduce Native youth suicides. The goal is to share ideas people can take back and put to use in their own communities. Leaders say it's important for agencies to rethink the way they approach this issue.
It's about what each one of us are willing to commit to do. Are we willing to look at breaking down barriers and silos to work together? And what am I personally willing to do to address the multiple issues that face our tribal communities?
The Zero Suicide Academy is based off of a nationwide zero suicide framework for prevention. It continues tomorrow in Helena. The late U.S. Senator from Montana, known for his boisterous personality, was no stranger to sparking controversy either, but now has a stretch of highway named after him. Today, state and local officials gathered to unveil the Conrad Burns Memorial Highway road sign. Yellowstone County Commissioners voted to approve the renaming of Highway 3 near the Billings Airport back in January. Now, Burns died in April of 2016 at the age of 81. He served Montana in the U.S. Senate from 1989 to 2007. His wife says the honor is fitting for a man who did so much for the community and the state and never asked for credit.
I'm just glad that he's getting some of the accolades that he deserved, because he did work hard. He did love this place. He loved Montana. He loved Billings. You know, the highway that's being named after him, we traveled that, you know, all the time. I just will smile every time I drive down that road. It's amazing. It's just amazing.
All right, you saw how she was standing in front of a rock. That is the Conrad Burns brand rock plaque. That's his brand. It will sit outside of Metro Park. Burns was laid to rest at Arlington National Cemetery in July. I'm
going to warn you, a story coming up after the break is going to make you feel some hunger pangs. A Western Montana small-town chef chosen to share his recipes with a national audience. That's coming up.
And later in sports, a Lady Grizz basketball star is done for the year. Again, another knee injury. Derek has reaction coming up.